Good afternoon, everybody. I hope that you all can actually hear me. Um, I'm Kelly from Rosebud Art and Soul Designs. How you guys doing? So I'm actually trying something new today with how I'm going live. I'm using a different type of streaming services. So come hang out with me for a little bit. Drop some comments in. If you're watching me live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, say hashtag replay. If you're noticing any kind of noises or whatever, please let me know so that I can fix that. Just want to see how it sounds on my end right now. Hold on. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I'm just checking the live that's on my page right now. So hi guys, how are you guys doing? So today we're going to be painting Northern Lights. So this is something I created last week, as you guys can see here. Okay, let me just grab my little light a little closer, make it a little brighter so you guys can see it. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is the paint that we're going to be creating. If you guys are interested in creating this with me, or if you guys want to come back later on and recreate it, this live will not be going off my page. But if you're interested in getting the supply list, drop the word supply list down below in the comment section, and I will get you guys the link to get your free supply list. Okay, so I lay out the supplies that you need, and also part of the supply list, I give you guys the step-by-step instructions on what we're doing here in the video as well. And this is, I typed this all up myself. All right, so hopefully if you guys are interested, drop the word supply list down below, and I will be more than happy to get that to you guys. Okay, let me just readjust this camera for you guys. All right, so we're going to be recreating this. I'm just going to put it over to the side so I can look at it as we are doing our live together. So welcome, happy Saturday. It's March 5th. I can't believe it's already March. How many of you guys are excited about it being March? Okay, so I'm going to start off with, for those of you guys who don't know, I like to use Deco Art paint. This is the Americana. You guys can pick it up at Michael's. You guys can pick it up at a Hobby Lobby, or you can go to decoart.com itself to pick this up. So this first color I'm going to be using is Sea Breeze. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this down on the canvas. And the second color I will be using towards the bottom is Royal Fuchsia. And again, I will be just spraying that down towards that way. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a 1-inch flat brush. Okay, and with the 1-inch flat brush, I'm just going to go in a back and forth motion. Okay, make sure you guys shake your paints before you apply them. So this one, I didn't put the paint directly into my palette first. So again, what I use as a palette, so guys, I simply use a paper plate as my paint palette. You guys can use a red Solo cup. I have a little glass jar for my water. We don't use too much expensive supplies. These paintbrushes, they came in a pack of a 1-inch flathead and a round brush, maybe $5 at Michael's. And then we're also going to be using a 2-inch chip brush today, which is like 95 cents or 50 cents at Michael's. All right, so you guys can, if you guys are interested in joining, you guys can pick up your supplies. If you guys don't have a Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and if you're not able to purchase it online, or if you just want me to send this to you, I do sell these as art kits. So if you guys are interested, I will send you everything: the paint, the canvas, the instructions, the supply list to have on hand in case you want to pick up the supplies later on. The paint brushes, I will send you guys everything in a kit. So, and the link to this tutorial. So then the Sea Breeze is on top. So I'm just, again, painting it straight back and forth. This does get your fingers a little messy because we're going all the way straight to the edges on this one. So I enjoyed painting this the last time. So this one is Sea Breeze. Okay. Which is, I think, a little lighter than the first time I did it. I think the first color I actually did. I'm not actually following the steps. I don't think. Let me look at the steps again. Okay, and now I'm taking a little bit of, take Sea Breeze. So I'm going to take a little bit of Peacock Tail. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of this into my palette. So with that, I'm going to take my chip brush. I'm not wetting my chip brush. I'm going to tap it a little bit into my paint, and I'm just going to go in and kind of like an up and down to kind of like blend these two values together along with so we kind of want to create this up and down. So not everybody's going to look the same, which is what's great about painting. Everybody will get this unique style happening. All right, so that's fun. I'm going to add a little bit of more of the tail, and I'm just going to, with the dry brush, go up and down, up and down. Now, that brush never goes into water, so I just put that brush to the side, and we keep using the same one over and over and over again. All right, so that was the tail. Next color I'm going to use is this Purple Pizzazz. This looks like a fun color. And again, make sure you guys shake your colors up. It's important that you shake them up. All right, I'm just going to get you guys just to focus on just the painting. So how's everybody's Saturday going? Today I have to run a few errands. So I'm holding the brush on the side, still with the chip brush. So I did not wash this brush yet, as you can see. Okay. I'm going to go back with the fuchsia color. I'm going to add a little bit to my palette this time. So we're just working with the background. We're just trying to get the background to look nice. And then I'm going to go back in where I'm just going in an upward stroke, taking it from the bottom so that we can drag the bottom up. And I'm holding the brush on the side. So today I have to run a few errands. I got to go to Target. How many of you guys love Target? Say me. I love Target. Right. So then I'm just dragging those colors up. All right, so that came out pretty good. All right. So again, I'm not drying that brush. Next color I'm going to go in with is our acrylic True Blue. So this is a fun color too. It's a little darker, so it's going to add a little darkness. Again, with the chip brush, going from the top and taking down some darkness. Now what's fun about this painting is you can make it as streaky as possible. If you feel like you lose a few colors, it's always fun that you can just go back and just add those colors back in with the dry brush. But I feel like I'm losing a little bit of that Sea Breeze, so I'm going to add that in again. Yeah, so most of this is with the dry brush just to get the background all in. All right, so then you have a pretty little canvas happening, just going back and forth with different brush strokes. Next, we're going to go in. Just looking at my... I'm going to go in with neon, thermal neon green. So this is a fun color. Again, what you can do on just a paper towel if you want to take some of that color off. I have a lot of color on that chip brush. Again, I don't want to wet my chip brush. I want to make sure it stays dry. So I just took a little bit of color off, and I'm just going in with the green. Now the green is what makes the fun looking northern lights. It makes the sky kind of glow for this paint thing. If you feel like your paint is getting too thick and it's like popping off, that's fine. You do want texture on your painting. So texture is always fun to have. At this point, if you want to let it dry a little bit, I would let it dry just a tiny bit. But I feel like I need another little color. But this time I'm just going to go in with my 1-inch flat brush. I'm going to take a little bit of this pink. This is bubblegum pink I'm using. I feel like I need to add it in certain spots. Just going in and up and down stroke motion. Going back with the purple pizzazz. So again, you guys can go back and forth with different colors. And then to give it that straight strokey look, you just go in with the dry brush. If you guys didn't know, the dry brush was Bob Ross's favorite brush. Okay. Alright, so now we can use a round brush. So we can get like a 6-inch round brush. That is, those are my watercolor brushes. That is this one right here. Alright, so I have 2 round brushes here. This one's a size 5, this one's a size 6, okay? Next we can take black. Black. So since I use a lot of black, I buy the bigger bottle of black. This one's, it's just called Lamp. Okay. So what we're going to do next with the black is, oops, we got a little bit of dry black on here. Just take that off with the paintbrush. Perfect. Is with a brush. All right. You can wash the brush if you want to make sure it's a little wet. With the black, all right, I'm just taking my brush, and I just want to make random tree trunks. So normally I like to start at the bottom because the tree trunk is thicker. And as I'm going towards the top, I will start to lift my brush and it will get thinner. So you want to kind of do these random sizes. And they don't have to be perfectly black because I'm going to show you guys how to do the tree technique. So our mind automatically makes certain type of patterns. So we're going to see how your mind works. So notice how like I just made that one taller. All right, so I made about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tree trunks. Okay. Now with the same brush, right? I'm just drying it off. You can go back with the black. Okay, so I'm just going back with black. And to make the trees, so I'm going to start with this one here because I feel like this one should be further towards the back. I'm going to start, you can start either on the bottom or you can start towards the top. I like to start towards the top. When you're doing trees, you will be doing tapping. So what I mean by tapping is you guys are lightly, just holding the brush straight up. And you guys are literally just tapping to create the tree. All right. Now my background is not dry. If you want to wait for your background to dry, you guys can. But I felt like I'm trying to do this as a quick tutorial for you guys. And I should go purchase myself a heat gun. I'm going to make this look like it's coming off the canvas. But what's cool too, since the canvas is not dry, it's giving it that little bit of highlight in the middle. So that's pretty cool too. I'm going to go to the one in the middle and do the same thing. And I'm just tapping. If you feel like you need to add more black, just go back in and tap and add some more black. And it's all about your eye on how you guys feel like how wide your tree should be. Okay, so the bottom is mostly going to be black. And I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do towards the end. So there is another tree. All right. Now these trees can be different sizes, different widths. So like for example, if I want to make this one a little skinnier, I can make this like a little skinnier tree and not get so wide so fast. And it also helps with the perception of where the tree is in distance from our view, because we are the viewers. And then we're basically looking on to a landscape. So this is technically like a landscape painting. Pretty cool. I don't teach this with my students. So again, for those of you guys who don't know, I am a New York City art teacher. So I do teach art full time. I don't teach this type of art with my kids because it's just so hard to get canvas for them. So you guys, we're just painting and we can actually go back with the black paint. Now it's okay to overlap. You want to overlap. Canvas is very expensive for them. So it's very hard to get canvases. And we do have canvas boards. I'm just gonna wipe this off to clean off that brush a little bit. But canvas boards does not soak up the paint as well as regular canvas does. It kind of holds up the paint and it doesn't dry as fast. So you have access to so little because we're only buying through a certain company. So again, if you guys are just hopping on, say hi. And let me know how you guys are doing and what you guys plan to do again for the day. So if you're just hopping on, I'm just holding my brush upright and I'm just tapping the canvas. Just tap, tap, tap. So this is fun to do with kids as well. Kids love this type of painting. I think they love like the galaxy paintings and all that. All right. So and I didn't let my background dry, so I have the background kind of coming through the trees tonight. Kind of look like a highlight a little bit, which is kind of cool as well. All right, so as that is drying, I'm going to get a little bit of white paint. So again, I use a lot of white. It's called snow. So with the white paint, before I touch the trees, because you can see here, I made it look like there was like a little bit of snow or something on the tree. I'm going to do the stars. So I'm going to take my 1-inch flat brush and just washing it off, make sure I'm getting all that paint off. So when you're washing a brush in a cup, make sure you're rubbing it on the bottom of the cup. And when you're pulling it out, you're rubbing the brush to the side of the cup, so you're kind of draining out the brush a little bit. Okay. Now with the white paint to make stars is I'm just loading. So when we put paint on a brush, it's called loading. I'm just loading it. I'm taking my finger underneath it, and what I'm going to do is tap. All right. I'm just tapping. You'll find your rhythm. You will find the rhythm. All right. Sometimes you have to add more. And again, you will find the rhythm. But that's okay. We're going to add sparkles in the end when this completely dries. Okay, perfect. And I like having it where it's a little messy looking because it's kind of looks like a comet or a shooting star sometimes. Okay. So now just rinsing off that brush gives me some time for the bottom to dry. All right, again, going back with my chip brush, And expect to get your fingers dirty, ladies and gentlemen. Paint, that's what's fun about painting. Going back to my chip brush, I'm just taking off some of that paint off my paper towel. I'm just going to tap it. So what you do is you take the, holding it straight up, and I'm just tapping it in the white, and it'll barely touch it. And this will make it fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap the tree. Let me just do the back trees first so that I can overlap them. So I'm just tapping the tree just to get a little speck. So it looks like, maybe it could look like snow. All right. So those are our trees. If you want to take a liner brush, this is not the liner brush. A liner brush is just a thinner brush. All right. I'm just going to wet that a little bit so it forms. If you want to kind of like highlight where your trunks would be, I would just do a dash and then another dash going down the tree. Starting from the top. Again, holding my thing pretty to the tight. Doing like a skipping of a line. Okay. All right, so once you guys are done with that, I'm just gonna rinse that off. You guys can actually go back in, and again, I'm just taking some of this. I'm gonna go back in with the neon green and go in between the trees. This is dried a little bit, and the neon green will kind of pop up a little bit more. All right. It's okay if you splash some of your circles around. They should be dry. And you can, again, wait for that to dry a little bit more. Another fun color, which I totally forgot to do before I did the stars, but that's okay, we're going to get it in, is I like to use a metallic. This one is Vintage Bronze. All right, it comes in a jar, so I basically just use it all for this top. So I shake it, and I just take a, I basically take a 6-inch brush, and I can just add some bronze. And again, I should have done that first. All right, I think I'm just going to go back in with the white and just do some more dots on top of that. Can never have enough stars, right? All right, perfect. Okay, so next is so I normally would take glitter at the end. Once this is completely dry, you would do the glitter. So what I would do with the glitter at the complete end is just do it in the sky. I wouldn't put it on the trees. While this is still wet, what I would do is with the black paint. Do I want to do it with the chip brush, or do I want to do it with this brush? I think I'm going to do it with a 1-inch brush. So I'm going to take my 1-inch brush, completely wash it, and then completely dry it on the paper towel. I'm going to take it, the black paint, okay, and I'm going to go along the edge. And what I'm going to do is paint the edges black, but as I'm doing that, come around and flick it up. And it's going to give you kind of like this feather. Let me get in the camera better. This feathered look around your edges. And you're just flicking it up. All right, and I would do that all around the entire canvas. I'm so sorry. My phone wire got in the way. And you can see as it comes over to the sky area, that feathered look that we're going for. And again, you can wait for the entire canvas to dry first to do that. I didn't even get the side. All right, so we're doing the siding. And again, flicking it to the front to give you that cool little shadow around the front. So again, if you guys are interested in getting the supply list, drop the word supply list down below, and I will get you guys the supply list where you guys can download it instantaneously. Okay, and then you guys can come back and watch this video, and you can do it again as you guys are watching this video. All right, so like I said, I would wait for this wall to dry, and then I would go in with the glitter. So I might come back later on when this is dry, just to show you guys how I apply the glitter. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Again, drop the word supply list if you guys are interested in getting the supply list for free. And I'll be more than happy to get that for you. If you guys also want to sign up to get text messages from me when I go live, you guys can text me the word join at 1-866-818-9002. I'll leave that there for a minute for you guys if you want to screenshot that. And just text me the word join at 866-818-9002. All right, guys, happy Saturday. And also drop in the comments of what else you guys want to see me do, especially who's part of the free paint party group. And again, I do have that as well. So if you're on my fan page, if you're just on my business page and you want to join the page of where you guys can get all the tutorials and everything for free, just drop group below and I'll get you guys entered into that. All right, guys, have a great day. Happy Saturday.